Paul, thank you so much for being at IDTechEx and giving this wonderful talk. And I was amazed that in spite of all these years, the technology is relatively mature. There are still people waiting in line, like 20 people, and wanting to ask further questions.
Oh, you're welcome, Shri. I appreciate the opportunity, the invitation to come speak. I had a lot of fun. It was actually always exciting and fun to present about e-ink and about e-ink technology to a group like that, and just the energy level after with the questions and with the swarm of people asking questions shows that there's a lot of interest, not only in e-ink technology, but just in general about displays and other applications like that.
Well, in spite of the fact that I follow e-ink closely, I also learned some new things from your talk. Obviously, the world knows e-ink as an e-reader company being the #1 in that space. You talked about a number of new and interesting technologies. For those people that didn't attend the talk, and would you mind elaborating on some of that? Particularly, let's start with the signage displays that you talked about, 32-inch signage product, and then you talked about that market. And please tell us, what are your aspirations for that market?
A couple of comments about signage. We're very excited about signage and very high on the potential for e-ink. We have been showing products such as the 32-inch sign, both black and white and color, at recent trade shows, and we have collaborations going on with our partner GDS to fully ruggedize for outdoor signage applications. So we're really excited about the possibilities and working with a number of customers to test and qualify both black and white and color for commercial application.
Excellent. And what are some attributes that you're highlighting on your signage display versus traditional LCD?
Yeah, I think there's a couple areas, Sri, that we're highlighting. One, of course, is readability outdoors. We showed today the 32-inch signs plus some large segmented pricing signs. And the readability of that technology in sunlight and outdoors is exceptional. Also, the low power and total cost of ownership that the sign system can offer to end customers once it's fully integrated for outdoor applications is also very attractive feature, if you will, and attribute of the technology.
You also, in your talk, you talked about and you showed images and videos of a tricolor display, black, white, and red. And you also showed us, I guess they were signs, right, for retail petroleum was the example that you used. Do you see those kinds of applications being a big part of e-ink in the future?
I do, Shri, and that application as well is for an outdoor sign system. And in that case, it's really black and white for the pricing display. You can then show and integrate other standard corporate logos or regular printed signs, if you will, to give you a complete operating system in that example that was shown. We're still looking at other ways to bring our low power displays to the market, and that's one example that we're excited about today.
And I could sense in your talk you are very excited about this architectural product. And that's not even quite a display type application. Right? It takes you into a whole other area. You're now creating art.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'd be glad to. Architecture is certainly a new step for e-ink, and back in January we announced that e-ink is getting into this area of business to sort of leverage our ink technology and our color technology into, it's not even, like you said, displays, it's really media and a dynamic film that changes and changes color. And you can change patterns, and we can program it, and we can do other things that take advantage of the low power, the easy to see, and the scale and the large format that's possible with e-ink rolls, and make larger size. It could be for artistic installations, it could be for panels, it could be for wall elements. Really, the sky's the limit, and I showed a few concepts today as well as some actual working prototypes.
Yeah, these larger displays means more ink, more film, which is a very good thing for any company in the display space. So, from an IDTechEx perspective, you're here, you gave the talk. What is your message for those folks who are not here?
Yep.
What did you learn? What do you think other people would benefit if they showed up at events like this, attended talks, went to the seminars, went to the exhibits, and that kind of a thing?
It's interesting. I haven't given a presentation before at IDTechEx, but I was pleasantly surprised. It was really well attended, even for a late afternoon, last talk of the day position in the lineup, and people were very engaged, very interested in the technology. And I think it's a reflection not just of e-ink, it's certainly a reflection, I think, of how people think about the IDTechEx show. They're really here to learn, they're here to network, they're here to sort of understand what's going on in the industry, and appear to be very open to all types of technologies. As you can see from the agenda today, there was maybe 6 or 7 concurrent talks that all were well attended.
Wonderful. Paul, thank you so much. We'd love to have you back next year too.
It's always good to see you. Thank you for the invite.